Welcome one and all to another amazing night here in Tranquility.
We absolutely are in for a treat of a match here tonight, no question about it.
And the grenades from Pomku eliminate everybody on the field.
Now in between something as well is going to be a fly death and death block them, and it's going to be huge. Fighting three.
The double kill with the Bastion ulti? Alright, I see you guys.
For B-Well, look to find a stick there, finds the stick, they find two with it!
Those who find the picks will save the fight, and they don't really need to save what they've already won.
And Cam with the four-man punch off the map!
Experience tranquility.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Tranquility here, where tonight we start Season 11 here. This is a big season for Tranquility here. Not only are we live on this stream, but as well as on Tranquility 2. Put them up, watch both games at the same time, but leave the noise on for this one because you're not going to want to miss a beat here. My name is Dexatron. I am joined tonight by Henry. Henry, man, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for this best of 5 we got coming up between Aries and Colorado Carbon. I want to see a lot of action.
Yeah, these two teams coming into Season 11, really looking to improve off of last season. Both of them kind of struggled, and honestly, when I was talking to both these representatives of both these teams here, they are really just looking to get better. Aries, they are just wanting to get better from last season, and Colorado Carbon, I was talking to the team captain Bethcon too. They, really want to improve as well. But to just quote her here, even though we are a low-ranked team, we don't want to be considered a just for fun team. She went on to talk about how they have been practicing a lot, and the addition of 1 or 2 new players here has really helped them solidify their lineup here.
Yeah, they did mention that one of their players to look out for will be Nuki, swapping over to the tank role for the Colorado Carbon, looking to put a lot of the team on his back and, to carry them to victory here. Gotta be looking out for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of who we should be looking out for tonight, you mentioned Nuki for the Colorado Carbon. However, for Aries, their coach said that we should be focusing on, I'm going to pick only one of the members of their team they said we should focus on, but I'm going to focus on Kraz, the main tank for them, the only tank for them here. So it's a battle of the tanks here. Kraz is a good tank, and I expect a lot from them tonight since their coach is putting them up there and giving them a lot of confidence as well here right now. But I mean, Henry, we're going into the season here. It's week 1, and I still feel like even with the preseason tournament that just happened a couple weeks ago, there's still a lot of these week 1 jitters that we're going to see, some rust that has to be knocked off. And I don't expect that we're going to see the end results for these teams here, or the end season results for the teams here in week 1.
Yeah, you gotta think about all the pressure coming in to perform well in your first match. You want to put that dub up on the board right away, show everybody else that you mean business, especially these two teams coming on to season 11 really want to start off swinging. It's going to be a lot of nerves for them. Yeah, I can't imagine what it's like to be waiting for the match to start here, just sitting at a desk.
Yeah, absolutely here. But, just talking to these coaches a little bit more, ask them, what kind of comps do we expect to see out of them tonight? And, I got to give the coach for Aries a lot of credit here, Mr. Mountain Mike. They gave us what comp to expect from them tonight. Very simply put, just Monkey Sombra Dive. That should be the only thing we expect to see from them here tonight. However, Bethcon for the Colorado Carbon said that we might see a little bit of a different kind of playstyle coming from them. She specifically said keep an eye out for Orisa or Junker Queen comps coming out here. So already kind of getting into this new kind of meta that we're going to be seeing with this latest patch here. However, Henry, we do know what our first map of the night will be. We're going to be heading to the control map of Antarctic Peninsula.
Yeah, Antarctic Peninsula, great brawl map. You expect to see tanks such as Ramatra, Junker Queen, maybe a little bit of Reinhardt. A lot of just get up there, take your space aggressively, and throw hands. So I do like the confidence that Aries has in their Sombra Monkey Dive, but like this is not maybe the map that you think of first when you think of Sombra Dive. So I think Colorado Carbon have to come out strong here. They have to take this map 1 in a convincing fashion, really show Aries that they mean business here. I think if anything, this will be the map to get it started on for them.
Yeah, absolutely. But there was one thing you shared with me before this, before we got on stream here. You watched the Bronze Banter episode that was last night, and you talked about how the host predicted this would be a 3-2 in favor of Aries. Looking at the rankings that they gave for the teams as well, they're ranking Aries as one of the better teams in this one, while Colorado Carbon still technically one of the bottom teams here, but I feel like just based on how much BethCon talked about their team here, that they are not one of those bottom teams in Harmony Tier here.
Yeah, I think a lot of the tier list there that was speculative is not really, like, we don't have anything to go off of, right? We haven't seen these teams come out yet. We haven't seen their creative comps. We haven't seen their pop-off plays yet. We can't be just saying, oh, Colorado Carbon, they're at the bottom of the bucket. Like, no, don't count these guys out. They know what they're doing. They're going to show Aries who's boss. I expect to see just like a pretty even fight here, honestly. They both like came to play, like you said.
Absolutely. You're looking at the names of all the players here on these two rosters. Yes, you're reading that name right. That is Mommy. Their real name in real life, thanks to their coach for giving us that, is, I believe, Larry. Yeah. So Mommy's real name in real life is Larry here. But you're seeing two different comps come out here. Aries coming out here with a comp that I feel like is kind of a really good comp to what Colorado Carbon's coming out with.
Yeah, this Bastion is going to be devastating. New patch. Bastion got a lot of fixes that really help his effectiveness here. Already up on the high ground, Aries looking to just establish himself, set up with his May wall, and then the Bastion. Already gonna get rewarded with a pick.
Yeah, and you see basically almost everyone there on Aries getting credit for killing Nuki there, and that will give them his first point cap here. And look what happens to Carbon there after they lose their Orisa. However, a huge kill there from Cakefoot finds Crows, and now Colorado Carbon might be able to try to force a fight on point here.
Yeah, once Nuki gets back, I think they just send it on here and take the fight very quickly. Yeah, and it looks like they're just gonna be able to force them up to high ground.
Mommy gonna be able to take care of McFly there. However, Colorado Carbon able to flip the pointer. Cakefoot finding an Alucard is a nice kind of skill swap there. You want to get rid of one of those supports. However, Op T-Rex there is gonna be pretty good to keep up the healing right now for Aries. Colorado Carbon though just gonna try to hold on this point as long as they can. They do have some sustain here, but Crows wanting to go after what looks to be BethCon 2 here. But you do see Duncan take care of Cakefoot there, who's been the biggest thorn in the side of Aries so far here. Mommy finally able to take care of BethCon 2 there. However, Colorado Carbon staying alive in this fight a long time. They're just trying to stall out, get as much percentage as they possibly can at this point.
Yeah, looks like McFly gonna be a late kill here, kind of get Aries some time to set up where they want to. They have this window coming up on, they already have a Bastion ult in their back pocket, and all that Colorado Carbon really have to open with is this Riptide that they're close to. So I'd like to see them maybe go for an opening pick with this Riptide, or try to initiate that and take a 5v4.
Yeah, absolutely here, but Cakefoot still has to get that Riptide where 3 members of Aries have their ultimates ready to go here. And I'm watching for T-Rex here to maybe use that damage matrix, but Mommy able to find Nuki out early might just end everything before it gets started. Mommy picking up 2 kills pretty early here, and now Duncan trying to find a third one here. I believe that's Big Mimi there trying to get away.
Yeah, just barely able to escape that May there. Aries sitting on a huge ultimate advantage here. Like, I'd like to see them use something proactively. I'd want to see a Blizzard, something to hold these guys in the choke. Really use your Ramantra and Bastion and pump out that damage.
Artillery Strike, Amplification Metric coming out here from Aries. Leave. Terror Surge coming out from Nuki. Nuki finds 2 off that. Mommy able to find 1 with their Artillery Strike there, but that'll be all they get there. Nuki coming in clutch there, keeping their team alive in this one, and Colorado Carbon able to retake the point here. Aries, though, 78% on the board here. Colorado Carbon do have some ultimates to play with here that can try to help them hold on to this point.
Yeah, excellent Riptire there from Kegfoot. Takes out one of the members of Aries and also puts Cross really low so he can be finished off quite quickly. And, down your tank in an additional player, you kind of just have to give that one up. They are looking to come back in. They have the beat and annihilation here. Blizzard comes out for the side of the Ares squad here.
Oh, and a huge Suzu coming out there, I believe keeping Bethcon alive there, but McFly will be the first ball there as Duncan able to find a nice headshot there with that right click. Kegfoot will be able to immediately trade Duncan right back out. Crows does have this annihilation ready to go here, but looking like they're going to hold on to it here, and Mommy going to be able to take care of Kegfoot there with some help there from Crows. Optic T-Rex, they're able to find Big Meme as well, and again, Colorado Carbon at the point has already pretty much lost this team fight. They're just trying to stall as long as they can here.
Yeah, it's been scrappy from the Carbon. They're really getting the most out of every single fight, getting their point percentage as high as possible. Nuki really just refusing to die in a lot of these fights, able to keep that Orisa on point and control that space. But we are coming up on last fight territory, and 92% for the Ares team here. Got to be a big overclock from McFly to get a couple picks, maybe with a Terra Surge coming in to win this one.
Now they're coming out here from Crows. Mommy will find Terror Surge coming out here from Nuki. They need to try to find something that they find Optic or T-Rex there. Crows though, the Annihilation finding two here. Nuki though, staying alive when it seems like they shouldn't. Crows though finds a third right there with their Annihilation, and now it's Nuki all by themselves here. They're trying to keep this fight alive as long as they can, but eventually in the end, Mommy will end this round in favor of Ares.
Yeah, I'd love to see the damage stats from the side of the Ares compared to the Carbon. Junkrat versus Bastion, you know, it's just gonna be giant stats for both sides. I feel like Ares just got a lot of their picks before the Carbon. Like, when they both went into these team fights with an equal opportunity to win, like, no ult advantage per se, like really just like a straight head-on-head fight. I think Ares kept coming up with those early picks, which allowed them to win the fight when it got down to those 2v2s at the end of each like brawl, I guess. So I'd like to see the Carbon maybe take a little bit more initiative when they pick their fights, really find their targets here.
Mm-hmm. And look at this right now. There are no swaps until the gates opened, and now we're seeing swaps come out from both sides here. Carbon, the only swap is Cakefoot going over to the Soldier, but Ares, essentially everyone making this swap to a dive comp.
Yeah, you have to think it's going to be hard to dislodge this Ana in the backline for the side of the Carbon. Maybe like you get a nice Helix rocket from Kegfoot, but there's not much you can do.
Bros trying to deal a lot of damage. Rex, Duncan able to find two there. Bethcon, McFly already out of this one here. It's Ares looking like they're going to be able to cap first here yet again. And it seems like the Carbon smartly backing out, but they have lost two early team fights to start each round and allow Ares to take the point.
Dunkanator does fall at the end, but the nice staggers coming out from Ares are going to be worth it. Oh, Cross gets mighty low, but he's able to make it out with the healing from Optrex there. Nice job keeping up Cross on the Winston. I would like to point out, Bethcon did make the swap over to the Lucio, and I think that is a good decision. Really helps you engage faster on the backline here, and you want to be able to take out this Ana Brig. So speed is going to be important.
Yeah, especially since Nuki is playing potentially one of the more slower movement tanks with the Orisa here right now. But Nuki able to take care of Duncan very early here. Crows trying to dive into that backline there as Colorado Carbon take the point here. A huge anti coming out, hits 4 people. Mommy will be able to take care of one. Pulse bomb coming out from him will not stick onto anyone, but the fist will find Bethcon there. Now they're focusing in here on the Orisa, but another huge anti coming out here. Hits Big Meme, and they are able to find their McFly trying to keep themselves alive. Nuki though, being the person who's been able to stay alive through so much, this is a new Orisa patch right now, has brought her back into a lot of play, and it's showing why right now.
McFly is so low. Oh no, he falls. Yeah, I think Optrex really put that one on the back, like on a incredible nades, double up on those antis to make sure they can secure those picks. You know, there's nothing that you can do if you're playing like Sojourn or Soldier, for example, and an anti-nade hits you. You're kind of just cooked. Winston comes on you, the Echo just drops her stickies, and you're toast.
Duplicate coming out here onto Orisa from Duncan. Colorado Carbon trying to melt this Orisa down for the side of Ares here. The Nano though out on the Crows. However, they are able to get rid of that duplication. However, Crow coming right back, finding Bethcon here. Another Terror Surge coming out from Nuki, finds 2. McFly finds a 3rd there. Duncan, though, able to find Big Mean, so no support on the field right now for the Carbon. However, here comes the overclock from McFly. They're able to find 1. Crows, though, able to find Nuki there at the end of their own ultimate, but at the end of everything, Colorado Carbon able to win that team fight and retake control of the point.
It's a really excellent rotation there. They size up the high ground as an important place to take, use that Lucio boost, really just run right at them, pop the Terror Surge, and just clean up Ares. Nice play from Colorado Carbon there. Now they have to hold this point against Dive, however. So it looks like they're going to make this rotation back up to the high ground, try to hold that power position and make sure that nobody can take it from them.
Oh, another huge anti coming out there, hits 2. Here comes the beat from Bethcon here. Colorado Carbon does have a couple ultimates here they have at their disposal. Alucard using that rally right now, gets very low. The pulse bomb stick though, it finds 2 right back. Mommy picking up 3 here early. Duncan here gonna find Bethcon there, and now it's Nuki all by themselves taking a nap with the entirety of Ares surrounding them at the end of the day. A quick team fight win there for Ares.
Why does it feel like every time there's an engage, it's just one of these Ares players putting the entire team on their back to just clean that up so fast?
Yeah, and right now, if you're the Carbon, you're looking to get back to this point. Now, McFly swapping over to the Tracer Jets to do that, but they immediately get taken out there by T-Rex, and now they're able to get this touch going, but they are down 1 person here. Cakefoot, though, this Death Blossom has to be huge. Here it comes. It's not going to find any, and instead will result in them getting sent to the Death Box there. Now, Colorado Carbon losing members as fast as they possibly can here. Bethcon falls as well. Nuki out of the fight as well. You do see McFly come back, but they immediately have the recall there. Looking to try to get another touch here. Gonna be able to, but that'll only prolong this map as Ares quickly takes Antarctic Peninsula.
Uptrex really coming in clutch there with those amazing anti-nades. You can tell this team is practiced on the dive. They are quick and deadly, extremely coordinated. You see the anti-nades come out and just the entire team crumples like a paper bag.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Nuki getting the play of the game here. Nuki, we talked about a lot throughout this first map, did a lot and seemed to almost survive a little bit too much here for what they honestly should have. Did a lot to keep their team in fights, won their team a couple fights, but at the end of the day, it just seemed like Ares was able to kind of overcome everything.
Yeah, I don't recall if Ares had their backline die other than the one time that Carbon were able to pop a Terra Surge on them. So, like, you can see, even just by that, you're going to win your team fights. If your Ana's in the backline uncontested, you get a ton of healing, you get anti-nades, you get a nice sleep dart every now and then, and just a ton of nano charge that is going to keep you, like, in the ultimate economy advantage for the rest of the map. And then you can't really do much to compete with this. Like, their dive is just gonna keep you at bay and you win the control point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, we knew that Colorado Carbon was going to show us an Orisa comp. They talked about it. They also talked about Drunken comp. We haven't seen that yet. But the dive comp, like you said, from Ares, did so well for them, especially on that second point of Antarctic Peninsula. Able to dive on that backline, force the backline to move to the low ground into the middle of a fight, or move into an area where they could easily be spotted out by some of the DPS there for Ares, and it just seemed to be the thorn in the Carbon side that entire time. And like you said, Carbon were never able to necessarily do it right back to Ares. They had a rough time getting in that backline.
Yeah, I'm wondering if perhaps the Carbon were banking on using the May a little bit more, as we saw in the first point, able to really split that Ares team up and ensure more of like an easy aggression onto their team, able to just take out the front line without having to worry about the healers, really. And so then when they were faced with that swap of having to deal more with the backline, they weren't able to maybe understand the right target there and use their how you say, like, weapons to the right. You know where I'm going with this.
No, I know where you're going with this. But I mean, after that first map here, we can take just a look at everything as we know what our next map of the night here will be. We're gonna be heading to Eichenwald here. Again, I personally really like this map. First DLC map back in Overwatch 1. It plays into a lot of play styles, but again, I feel like with just how strong that the dive was last patch and still how strong it is now, I feel like we're going to see it again here. But, you know, the Orisa, the Junker Queen comps, I feel like you could play him here and play him to great success.
Yeah, you have to think about the first choke and a May wall. It's just like best friends, right? But, you know, if you are the Carbon, do you come out with a brawl style comp? You've already seen the Ares Echo, right? That's something you can't really split off. If you're playing for a more targeted engage by like walking on somebody, it's going to be hard to do that when they're so mobile. Like, I think Ares can just play their game, and they're really asking Colorado Carbon, do you have an answer to us? Do you have an answer to what we're playing? And if they can't think of anything or get something to work here, like I think Ares will just run away with it, maybe even see a 3-0 here.
Yeah, absolutely. But you have to remember, Ares, they told us coming into the night that we should just expect that Monkey Sombra dive. We never saw the Sombra show up there on Antarctic Peninsula. I feel like Eichenwald is a little bit better of a map for a Sombra than Antarctic Peninsula, maybe. I'm probably dead wrong with saying that. But I feel like you could play Sombra here, have a little bit more freedom to move around, have more freedom to hack people. But Colorado Carbon, I'm expecting a little bit more out of them here. I want to see them kind of improve from that first map here that we saw tonight. Whether it's with the Orisa comp again, because at times Nuki looked incredible on that Orisa, and we saw them get help from McFly, from Cakefoot, from Big Me, from Bethcon. But it just seemed like that was only a one fight case, because after that Ares was able to regroup and immediately come right back and kind of shut them down.
Looks like they are going to be back out with Kegfoot on the Junkrat once again, perhaps just looking to keep them at bay through this choke with all the damage you can put out with the mines here. I am interested in the Soldier pick. We have seen a couple nerfs headed towards Soldier this last patch. Looks like I was mistaken. They are going to be running the May. Sorry. Ares on the defense first.
Yeah.
They are going to be running May Bastion.
I mean, we
Colorado Carbon on the attack.
We seen Ares run this exact same comp, first point of Antarctic Peninsula. It worked really well for them. Mommy and Duncan able to do so much with that ice wall there, led to the first kill onto Nuki on the first point there of Antarctic Peninsula, and it kind of allowed them to just kind of build that momentum slowly on it. But you immediately see Colorado Carbon just running straight to the point, going straight for the point here, but Duncan able to take care of Big Me. McFly also falls as well, and now Nuki not going to have a good time here, keeping that shield up, trying to get healed as much as they can, but only with two members on the point right now for the Carbon. It's not going to be much of a winning fight.
Yeah, I think the Carbon might have said, oh, they're not near the choke, let's run in, and then Ares was just waiting for them, and Colorado Carbon got maybe a little bit too greedy on that one, trying to take that rotation extremely fast, and perhaps, like, you know, Nuki got a little bit too aggressive there, maybe left his backline out to dry.
Yeah, and you know,
looks like they're going to take it a little bit slow here. Oh, never mind.
No, I do like this play from the Carbon. Wanted to play fast. Wanted to force out some abilities from Ares here. I do like it. It just has to work out for them. You already saw the Terraform go away there from Mommy, so now they're just in standing form, but Mommy still able to do so much damage no matter what form they're in here. The Immortality Field already got, but a huge kill there for Nuki fighting Crows. Big meme though. Next one to fall, Nuki right after that. The Blizzard already for Dunkinator will shut down Bethcon and Cakefoot. Not in a really good situation there. Eventually, Mommy will take them out as well.
Yeah, it seems like Ares have practiced this. They know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to hold this back corner. They know what happens if Colorado Carbon wrap on them. And Colorado Carbon just can't figure out what do they do to dislodge Ares from this position, right? They're coming up on a Shatter, and that has to be big, right? You need to get a 2K, a 3K off of this. Like, Nuki's been putting up his performance already. He needs to make it big.
And that's a big play right there. Getting rid of Rex. The beat coming up from Bethcon as well. McFly finding Mommy, who popped the artillery strike there. So that will not be coming out. However, you do see the shadow come out from Nuki, not find anyone. Now the Annihilation coming out from Crows here. Alucard will find me to try to even things out here. But this Annihilation still running wild in the back line. While Cakefoot able to take him out. And Nuki or just driving Duncan into the wall there. Now it's Rex trying to get out of this fight. They're going to be able to, but this might be first point going over to Colorado Carbon here.
Yep. Alcur just turns tail, Alcard sits like, I'm out. We're done. You guys get the point. Carbon, excellent play. Nuki's able to get that opening pick, able to capitalize. They don't get too greedy. They got great priority. As soon as you see Cross pop that Annihilation, they all turn and make sure that he can't get any picks with it. They melt him down. Just great synergy there. Able to, prioritize, like, who is the threat? Who do we need to take out?
Absolutely, as you see Colorado Carbon trying to get on this high ground, but Mommy just gonna be able to put down a line of lead right there, and look what it leads to. 3 kills there for Ares. Colorado Carbon still trying to get whatever little space they can get here, and now they're running back for their lives. McFly able to dodge the charge, but not able to dodge the bullet there from OPT Rex.
Respect the Bastion. Mommy is going to rip you apart. It's unquestionable. Colorado Carbon, they need to figure something out here once again. Ares, they have their spot. They know where they're going to play. And now it's, once again, Colorado Carbon. How do we get rid of these guys? How do we push them out of their comfort zone? What can we do to dislodge them?
Well, right now they're going to try to do the exact same thing they did last time. Finding OPT Rexo is huge because they have that amplification matrix ready to go. The shatter coming out there, or at least the stun coming out onto Nuki. Now you see Mommy in the turret form trying to rain as much damage as they can. B coming out. The artillery strike in a very dangerous situation. They'll find Big Meme there. The Blizzard also coming out from Duncan, but Mommy picks up 2, make it 3. Crows with the 4th, and that's another quick team fight win.
Yeah, excellent job by Ares. Investing 3 ults to that one, but make sure they hold onto the shatter and the window here, especially the window. Pop that window on high, let Mommy sit right behind it, and just rain bullets down on the Carbon, and they will be toast.
I mean, I like what the Colorado Carbon are doing now. They need to try to focus on the point a little bit, try to get some more distance here. They have 5 ultimates coming up here. And you talk about OPT Rex holding on to that amplification matrix. They really didn't have a choice last time because they died before the fight even started. But this time, you heard the visor come out from McFly, but Crows shuts them down before they're even able to get their sights onto anyone there. Already 2 members of the Carbon down now. Crows tries to hit whoever they can here. Alucard able to get the boop kill onto Cakefoot. Nuki out as well. It's up to Bethcon here. They're able to find Mommy, but Crows will be able to find them right back.
Yeah, Ares puts in a shatter. Colorado Carbon, they lost the visor. They lost the shatter. They lost a beat there. Huge investment from Colorado Carbon, and they don't get anything out of it. Nuki makes a swap onto the Orisa, maybe looking for a little more survivability into this Ares squad. With all the damage they're pumping out, I don't blame him. That's a good decision. Once again, they're going to look to just brute force their way up the staircase here.
And right now, Nuki does have that ability that can eat a lot of damage. Here comes the amplification mentioned from OPT Rex, and look what Colorado Carbon does there. Just avoids it. That's the right play to do from them there as they try to force this fight too hard. But now Ares still in a great spot, having that high ground. You immediately see Crows come down from the high ground, find Big Meme. Here comes the artillery strike. They're focusing on a couple there, but Crows on this low ground here, already finding 2, trying to find a 3rd. They're just swinging their hammer around the point here, just flailing it around and still finding kills. Mommy, though, will shut down Nuki. 35 seconds left to go here for Carbon. They have 2 ultimates ready to go. They'll probably be able to build up a beat here. But you look at Ares. They're going to have a Blizzard, a Shatter, and a beat of their own. Colorado Carbon needs to find an early pick.
Crow's really just doing a great job about keeping the Carbon occupied. He's doing his job as tank. He's like, I'm up in your face. You're going to respect me. And Colorado Carbon, they can't, let him just go. So Mommy's able to sit up on the high ground and just annihilate this team. Oh no, Duncan falls off the map.
The Blizzard comes out, it hits 4 members of the Carbon there. However, the only one to fall is Cakefoot, but the Shatter comes out, hits 2. Crows, Mommy picking up those 2 right there. On the Carbon, be able to find Nuki. McFly, nowhere to run, gets shut down, and Ares stops the Carbon after 88 meters.
Yeah, a dominant showing here for Ares. They've got their spots picked. They set up there, they bunker down. Nobody's touching them.
Absolutely here. I mean, Colorado Carbon, they did the right thing. They're trying to get as much space as they could on that cart because they could do the exact same thing here to Ares, or they could hold them on first point. But Ares has looked incredibly strong so far throughout the night. Colorado Carbon, like I said, coming into this map, needed to show us a little bit of improvement, and I think they did. But, sometimes just doing the same thing over and over and over again is not the best thing. And hell, I think some people would call you insane.
That is the saying. I would like to see Nuki stick to this Orisa pick here. Yeah, And Kegfoot over on the Bastion looks like they're going to match Ares here. An interesting support line. What do you think about the Kiriko Ana?
It is definitely interesting, but as you can see right now, Ares does not have any sort of way to get rid of that anti-heal there that the Ana nade has that Bethcon is playing. Other than Dunkinator, who can ice block to try to get out of it. So it could work out for them. Maybe not a lot of, healing as you would hope for. It's going to be a lot of focused healing is going to be the only thing you're going to get from this team. So Nuki's going to probably be the main focal point of this Colorado Carbon team, just trying to eat up as much damage as they can, allow their DPS to kind of roam free.
Yeah, if Ares are smart, they understand that Nuki is just trying to be a giant attention-seeking Orisa right now. He wants to make as much space for McFly and Kegfoot here. And if Ares understand this, and they let him go, they look for a pick onto McFly, or perhaps Bethcon, like, that's their win con. Excellent wall!
They find Nuki first. It's a lot like the first point of Antarctic Peninsula. Same thing happened. Ice Wall came up. Nuki went out. Bethcon follows out right up. Big Meme, the other support, out of it as well. Cakefoot as well. McFly now trying just to escape with their life.
Yeah, you might not have seen Dunkinator's name in the kill feed, but his May wall is what sealed the deal for that one. A quick flip. You're looking at almost 6 minutes of time to get halfway through point 2. Ares just looking to steamroll this one.
And yeah, steamroll right now is what they are. But Colorado Carbon, in my opinion, they need one good team fight win here, stabilize everything out, and I feel like they're going to be able to eat away at the clock here. They cannot lose Nuki, though, early. We saw what happened on the first map, losing Nuki early. We saw what happened losing Nuki early last team fight.
They're giving them a lot of space here, just pushing straight up. There needs to be somebody to drop. And here comes Nuki. He's able to contest them, but the Maywall blocks him off. He's able to keep himself alive with Fortify and escape for a moment, but Kegfoot does fall.
Yeah, Mommy winning that Bastion battle right there. Dunkinator able to find Big Meme as well. Here comes the artillery from Mommy here. Nuki able to find one, but they're immediately taken out there by Mommy. The cart less than 5 meters away, and it will not be contested. Ares, 1 map win away from taking this first series.
For a team that said, we're going to play Somber Winston, it doesn't seem like you need to.
Yeah, I mean, so far, they've showed us a Winston comp a little bit on the second part of Antarctic Peninsula, and it looked really good. But honestly, Eichenwald, not necessarily really a dive map unless you want to try to force it. And they came out with a brawl comp, and it has worked really well for them on every point that they played on the first point of Antarctic Peninsula and both rounds there on Eichenwald.
Yeah, I think something I'd like to draw attention to is the effectiveness of Mommy on that Bastion. And part of it is going to be his teammates, like Crows, really just helps him get so much space to put in the value for that you get out of a Bastion. Lots of damage. You keep people zoned away. I remember I saw a point just after Ares had captured the first point where Mommy had almost 50% to his artillery, and Colorado Carbon Kegfoot, he still only had about 20. So you can see the effectiveness or like value that they got out of their Bastion picks. Just Ares able to use that Bastion so much more effectively. Play to its strengths, really.
Yeah, absolutely here. But with that being the end of our second map, we're going to take a quick break and be right back with map number 3 of Ares versus Colorado Carbon.
Don't go anywhere.
mark.
All right, welcome back, everyone, from that quick halftime break. Aries currently sitting on top 2-0 over the Colorado Carbon. Again, I'm Dexatron. That is Henry. Henry, throughout these first two maps here, what have we necessarily seen?
Aries looking like just the better brawl team here. Colorado Carbon, we're gonna play some brawl. Aries, we're gonna play some dive. They're like, we don't need to play dive. We're just gonna match you on brawl and show you we're better at it. And that's really been the story. They've been crushing it on this Bastion May comp. No questions asked, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have to remember, their head coach, Mr. Round Mike, told us going into this game that we should expect to see a Winston Sombra dive comp. We haven't seen a Winston Sombra dive comp yet. We saw Winston once, but we never saw the Sombra. Hell, we haven't seen Sombra at all this series. Colorado Carbon, on the other hand, they told us expect to see a Junker Queen or Orisa comp, and they've basically shown us in Orisa comp every map so far. They have pulled up the Rhine a couple times. They found some success with it, but not necessarily a lot so far.
I'm almost thinking that maybe Junker Queen is the pick here. You get that knife pull, and when Colorado Carbon are able to start a fight off with a pick, they do win most of those team fights. It's getting the initial pick is their struggle, really. So I'm wondering if they make a swap over to a JQ comp here to try and maybe play a little bit more of catch somebody out isolated, rather than just bum rush in and hope for the best.
And to bring up a point that you brought up after Antarctic Peninsula, we saw Aries play that dive comp and have a lot of success with it, but they're really focusing on getting rid of the Colorado Carbon support line. So far, we still haven't seen the Colorado Carbon really try to focus a lot on getting rid of those supports for the Aries side very early on in team fights. They're still going after their main tank at the moment.
Yeah, Crow's just doing an excellent job here about keeping all the attention on him. If they leave Crow's for just a second, he's on the Carbon and wrecking havoc in their backline. So they really have to respect that. It's less of a attention focus and more of just an excellent job by the Aries team, able to keep their distance between their backline and their main tank effective. So they're able to put out a lot of healing. You get the ammo field down quickly, but you're also not at risk of dying, and you're able to let Crows just go off on this Colorado Carbon team.
Yeah, absolutely. We gotta give a huge to the Aries support line as well. They've been doing so much for their team. Yeah, we've been focusing on the DPS and the tanks for them, but that support line, with them not dying, they have been able to keep their team supported, healed up, and honestly, just allowing them to go full on crazy over the Carbon at the moment.
I'm wondering if Carbon are gonna look back at those anti-nades and have nightmares. Those are some nasty anti-nades we saw on Antarctica. We are moving to Rialto next, though. Interesting map. We can see a lot of different stuff here. Do you think anybody might play more of a poke comp, see a Widowmakers here, or are we going to stick to more of a brawl style from Colorado Carbon, maybe even a dive from Aries?
I mean, if you're Aries, everything you've thrown out has pretty much worked so far. I would see him sticking with potentially. Actually, no, I see him going to a dive comp here. Honestly, this first point, especially with its high grounds, kind of does play into a dive comp a little bit more. And it seems like the name of their game here at the moment is getting rid of supports first for Colorado Carbon. After that, you can pick off everyone else one by one since they're not getting healed up. For the Carbon here, though, you need to play something a little bit different. You talk maybe bringing that Junker Queen out here, seeing if it gets any sort of value out of it. We have seen some value from that Orisa that Nuki has been playing, but I just don't know if Orisa is the right call here, at least for the start of the map.
Yeah, looks like we're going to see Ares looking at more of a poke comp here with the Tracer instead of a Hanzo. I like this look. I think the Tracer that Dunkinator will provide here is going to just shred the Colorado Carbon backline and keep them distracted, honestly. Help Crows win that Sigma trade here. Nuki sticking it out on the Orisa here, but Beth now over on the Mercy to help out McFly on the Pharah. You know, Mommy, it's your time to shine. You got 2 floating targets in the air just waiting to get picked off. And that's how this map is going to play out, right? If Mommy can put up the damage, get those picks, areas are going to just full hold here, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there, but this pharmacy combo coming out for Bethcom and McFly here, if it catches Ares off guard, it will do a lot of damage, but OPT Rex and Alucard are also kind of there that can shut down that pharmacy combo right now. And you're seeing Bethcon and McFly trying to get whatever damage they can. Dunkinator though in the back line here, and now Colorado Carbon knows they're there, maybe trying to look for a little bit of a distraction right now, but you know, Ares letting the Carbon push here a little bit, just waiting for one person to make a mistake. And there it is.
Excellent pick. Yeah, Mommy just able to eliminate McFly really quickly. Looks like he's going to gun down those supports on the side of Carbon very fast. Are they going to be able to make an escape? Looks like Crows is just able to funnel these guys back into the hallway. Nuki does pick up Dunkinator here.
Yeah, that's a big pickoff for them, especially finding OPTX right after that. That gives all your backline pressure, getting rid of that Tracer. And now you're starting to have a lot of your other members come back. McFly getting some revenge there on Tamami, shutting them down. There's no way they come back into this fight here since they do not have a Mercy on their side of the field. And now the Carbon have this pressure, have this aggression, have this momentum that they need to try to keep up here. They need to try to find one more pick here before Ares gets right back into it.
Yeah, Dunkinator is able to stall out on the cart. He's down his recall now, looking for a pick onto the Pharah of McFly. A nice pick, but it only catches the ammo field. Big Meme is able to fall anyways, though, taking the damage, not enough to keep him alive.
Valkyrie coming out here from Bethcom, but immediately gets shut down there by OPT Rex. Mommy able to get that 1 kill right back onto McFly. Now Nuki trying to escape with their life, but this backline pressure here from Dunkinator will eventually shut them down here. Actually, Nuki somehow staying alive. Big Meme coming back out with some big plays.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm thinking maybe Nuki just reset there. You know, head back to spawn for a quicker heal up, but you know, his support's able to keep him up. Incredible job by the Carbon.
Flux ready here for Crows right now, about to have a Transcendence ready as well. Nuki does have this Terror Surge ready to go. Probably will looking to use it on more than just one person. You immediately see Nuki here trying to build some space. Gonna be able to do that, but they get bowled out. Here comes the Flux. It immediately finds Bethcon right off the back. The Immortality Field now can be able to keep Cakeput alive. Their Big Meme falls right after that. And now we see Nuki die for the first time, and McFly will take one out on the way out.
Yeah, you can just see Ares, well disciplined. They're like, we go for the backline. That's our priority. We pop Flux, we take him out. Goes according to plan, they just wipe the fight. That's all they really have to do, and they're playing it like it's their bread and butter everyday thing. They're looking so casual right now.
And only used one ultimate to win that team fight there. It was that Flux. That's really all they needed here. Colorado Carbon coming in with 4 ultimates. Need to win a team fight here. Alucard and OPT Rex do have some ultimates to play with here, but the barrage on the high ground shuts down both OPT Rex and Alucard. Those 2 kills right back, taking care of the DPS line there. Nuki, though, going to be able to trade out Crows there, trying to get rid of Dunk, but they're able to get that health pack right there. Now it's a 2 DPS here for Ares. Mommy will find Dunk in here. However, now it's Mommy on the cart all by themselves here. I don't think Nuki knows that they're still alive here. Mommy's going to be able to try to save this, and they're seeing Ares come back with numbers. But Colorado Carbon is coming back with numbers and ultimates of their own here. Terror Surge coming out. It will be immediately countered out by this Transcendence. However, Nuki denies that Transcendence, finding OPT Rex early, and now they're just going to bully Alucard into a corner. The visor coming out from Cakeput will pick up 2 as Colorado Carbon are able to keep themselves alive here.
It does take them a little bit to push that cart over the last few meters, get it across the line, but they're rewarded with A, an ultimate advantage, and B, a lot of space that they can really push up on. Like, they're already up here keeping Mommy zoned away. Oh, he does get the pick onto McFly, however. And they won't be able to mercy res that as Mommy is going to be watching that angle. Looks like they're going to set up on this high ground. Mommy's just able to get all these picks. Kegfoot falls. Bethcon too. Oh my god. Somebody stop this guy.
Mommy or Larry, 3 straight kills there right now. You have to say McFly was maybe a little bit too aggressive there, going up 1v1 with that Widowmaker. Not able to win that one there, but just Mommy coming back in, finding Big Meme. The B coming out from Bethcon a little bit too late, not to save their support fellow as well, but Bethcon will eventually shut down Mommy by themselves there. And you see Colorado Carb here, they're actually getting a lot of decent push right now. Crows in a very dangerous spot right now, very low on health. The pulse bomb coming out will not be able to find McFly there. A nice boop from Bethcon to make sure that McFly does not get taken out by Dunkinator right after that. However, it will be Cakefoot finding Dunkinator there. So again, that backline pressure that Aries has been relying on there from Dunkinator kind of gone, and now it's all up to the front line.
Yeah, I'd like to point out supports from Colorado Carbon, keeping them up. That was incredible. They're able to secure the second point with just kind of just a brute force push through the second half. Like, I don't know what else to say. It seemed like Aries were just on the upper hand and they were somehow losing. I don't know.
Dunkinator again there, and you have to really, I have to think that Big Meme's amplification matrix there kind of stopped Aries from saying, we're gonna try to go out and contest this, because you saw Crows just kind of sit there holding up their grasp ability to try to eat whatever damage came through it rather than stopping the card. And now 2 minutes on the clock here for the Carbon. They have a lot of time, but here comes the Flux from Crows. Cakefoot able to find one. Immortality gonna be able to keep some alive, but not gonna be able to keep McFly there right before that beat comes out here from Bethcon. Nuki does have a Terror Surge ready to go. They're gonna use it here with low health. Bethcon though, still finding a lot of damage on this Lucio.
Yeah, it seems like with this poke comp that Aries are running, they just aren't able to get any confirmed kills. Nuki's just in the front line shredding Crows. Like, Crows, you can't keep this up forever. Like, I don't know what to say. The Carbon are making this work. They're bringing it to Aries, and they're saying, this is our cart. We're gonna take it all the way to the end.
Mommy going to the emergency bastion here right now, just try to slow the bleeding here, make sure Carbon do not end this map with time or end it at all. Cakefoot, McFly about to have their ultimates ready to go. Those could be deadly ultimates considering that Alucard does not have a Transcendence. Here comes the visor from Cakefoot right now. Dunkinator trying to get rid of Bethcon here. Not going to be able to. Crows coming back out on the Reinhardt. Will find 2, but it's Cakefoot and Nuki finding 2 right back. McFly pops their own overclock, finds 1, but gets just charged into a wall there by Crows. Crows keeping their team alive in this fight. It's just Nuki now on point right now, and it's going to be a losing fight in the end, but the Carbon have got a lot of space considering they were so close to being held on the first point.
Nuki falling there is a huge stagger. You're gonna only have like 10 seconds really to fight this cart, and you're looking at a triple ultimate stack for Aries compared to what, maybe a Terra Surge if Nuki can build it up in time. Like, I think Aries are able to zone these guys off. Pop a Blizzard, pop a Shatter, put your wall down, put your Amp Matrix down. They won't be able to touch the point.
Swapping off the Zenyatta there, having 70% ultimate right there. Here comes the amplification message from OPT Rex. You see him trying to get as much damage as they can. Mommy will find McFly. Here comes that Blizzard. It's on point. The Terror Surge coming out from Nuki. Not going to get frozen there because of that Terror Surge right now, but it's all the kills going the way of Aries, going the way of Mommy. Alucard finally eventually taken away there from Nuki. We're in overtime right now. It's Cakefoot by themselves. They can only do so much as Aries stops the Carbon.
Yeah, an excellent job from the Colorado Carbon there, able to send it all the way to the last hallway. I think they have a shot at taking this one and bringing it up to only a 2-1 advantage for Aries.
Yeah, absolutely. But while we have this little break, let's just remind everyone here that there are now 2 streams going on for Harmony Tier games in every tier for Tranquility. There's another one going on Tranquility GG2 right now. I believe it's X Oblivion versus, I'm trying to figure it out right now. X Oblivion versus
X
Abyss.
Eclipse versus Abyss, yes.
My bad.
X Eclipse.
Versus Abyss. That is going on right now as well. But hey, this series right here, or this map, got really interesting to me. Colorado Carbon, I thought they were going to get full held on that first point, able to win first point there in a final team fight, and then just kind of steamroll their way through point 2.
Yeah, I think they might have spooked Aries. As you can see, Dunkinator is now on the Sombra. If this is what they said their best comp was, I'd love to see it in action.
I mean,
yeah.
They talked about it. We have seen a dive comp come out from them before. Second part of Antarctic Peninsula, basically shut down Colorado Carbon. Colorado Carbon had to use a lot of ultimates to win 1 or 2 team fights on that point. So now that we're seeing them come out with basically the comp that they said, hey, this is what we have been practicing. This is what you should expect, and they're wanting to probably end this series pretty quickly.
Yeah. Looking for a quick pick here. Winston's able to secure this high ground. Junkrat is like mighty exposed over there. Looks like Dunkinator and Crows are already going to catch out Kegfoot. He falls, and now they're in a 5v4. The backline is weak. Suzu's able to cleanse them. A nice anti-nade onto Crows brings him mighty low, and he does fall. It looks like the Colorado Carbon might be able to stabilize here if they reclaim this space. Mommy's forced out into the backline. It looks like they might have salvaged this one.
Yeah, and you got to give a huge shout out there to Bethcon. Landing that anti-nade there onto Crows, kind of shutting them down, not allowing them to leave either, sending them back to spawn. And actually, Bethcon has really come alive here this map. Ever since swapping off that Mercy first round, going over to the Lucio, they found not only a lot of kills, but were able to support their team a lot better, in my opinion, than what they were doing on that Mercy.
Yeah, Aries, however, are able to take this high ground. Like, Colorado Carbon, they are in a pit right now. Aries have all the time in the world to pick their target and find a pick, but Dunkinator gets taken out by this mine.
Yeah, but you immediately see right back. OPT Rex able to hit 2 with that anti there, able to find those 2 with Bethcon and McFly. Cakefoot out as well. And now it's Big Meme and Nuki. Big Meme trying to hide behind Nuki. They're not going to be able to now. It's really up to Nuki to try to keep themselves alive here for as long as they can. You immediately see some swaps come out here from the Carbon now. Bethcon coming back out on this Brigitte here. And I really do like the swap here. You see Alucard running it as well, but Mommy has a pulse bomb ready to go. Watch out for those supports if you are on the Carbon. That pulse bomb has been deadly in the past.
Yeah, the cart's still lagging a bit behind, so Colorado Carbon will get a nice clean fight here, able to recontest. Dunkinator is in the backline looking for a pick onto one of the supports, but Mommy is able to stick Bethcon, and now is just Big Meme left alone. Nice and weak for Crows to finish up. He's unable to secure the kill.
Not able to do it there. Nice help there from Nuki as Cakefoot able to find Dunkinator, who is close to an EMP here. Nano coming out on to the Winston here, trying to get as much as they can. The Terror Surge coming out from Nuki will not find anyone, but Cakefoot finding Mommy keeps them alive in this one. Look at all the focus that's being put on to Crows here. McFly will find Alucard. The Primal Rage coming out from Crows here as they're looking to maybe knock some people off the map. Instead, though, they're going to be going after McFly, which is the right play there. Gets them out with some help there from OPT Rex. But after that, you see them fall back because they're so far down in numbers.
Yeah, if Aries are able to stabilize, maybe wait a little bit for the rest of their team to get in, they're going to be able to take this 5v4 with a nice advantage. Crows does fall very, very weak. EMP available now for Dunkinator, but he falls extremely low. Able to translocate out and save his life, but that's going to delay the EMP for the side of Aries.
Yeah, like you said, 9 health. They're able to get themselves out. Here comes the Casino Rush from Big Meme. I imagine the EMP will come out right after that. McFly popping their overclock, gets slapped. The EMP comes out, hits 4, but it's Dunkinator falling, followed by their honor there of OPT Rex. And Colorado Carbon keeping themselves alive right now. 45 seconds left here for Aries, and they just use a huge ultimate.
Bethcon's elimination onto Crows at the very moment before that EMP came out was huge. They're able to take that teamfight win even though the EMP was invested. Dunkinator's swapping off of that Sombra onto the Echo. This did have them we did see them win a point on Antarctica with this Echo comp. But I wonder what can you really do with 20 seconds left on the clock?
Mommy looking for that pulse bomb. Here comes the rally from Bethcon. Tire coming out from Cakefoot. Get the stick there. Not able to find the kill there. Mommy though will find Cakefoot there. The bomb, the tire though still out on the field. Will find OPT Rex. However, huge Andy will find Bethcon as well. Right now, there's another Terror Surge coming out from Nuki, trying to charge up his highs again. Not going to be able to find anyone with it, but find Alucard right after that. Mommy just trying to do whatever they can in this backline. Will find Big Meme. Dunkator finds the fly. Again, it's up to Nuki here. Cakefoot is on the way back as well. And it's Cakefoot finding Crows. Now all you do is get rid of Mommy here on point. And Colorado Carbon are so close to keeping this series alive. They're going to be able to do that. And Colorado Carbon are making this a series as we're going to be heading to a map 4.
What am I watching? Aries really just fumbled the bag there. Colorado Carbon step up. They're like, no, we are not going down 0-3. We are taking this all the way.
And this was a great map for Colorado Carbon. Like I said, they were almost full held there on that first point, and they had to invest heavily into a final team fight there, and it ended up working out for them in the end. They steamrolled through point 2 and almost finished the map. And I really believe that gave them the confidence, and more importantly, that gave them the momentum they needed in this series to put on a very strong defensive round there.
Yeah, you have to think about this from a morale standpoint. You go down 0-2, and then you take a 5-minute break, and all you have to do is wait and maybe even just like sit there as you await another loss even. But no, they're able to stay strong. They come out with a good plan and they execute it. They're looking more on backline engages onto Aries. They're able to detect, hey, we need to get rid of their Ana Brig. We need to stop their dive. We need to go after their Widowmaker. Like, lots of these micro plays are really cementing the Colorado Carbon as a contender in this match.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some of the swaps they did on their offensive round really did help them immediately. I mean, we talked about getting off the pharmacy after that first point really did help them out. You saw Bethcon 2 go over to the Lucio, and they found a lot of kills on the Lucio. McFly goes off the far, goes over to the Soldrin, getting a lot of value out of that pick there as well. I mean, just everyone there for the Colorado Carbon stepped up, in my opinion, winning them that map. Aries, though, I mean, that looked like an off map for them. We saw them come out with the comp. They basically told us that they were going to basically be running this entire time. And, you know, the one time they showed to us, it doesn't work out for them. That brawl comp they've been showing us throughout the night looks much better than that Sombra Monkey dive comp.
I think it's just a lot of moving pieces. And if you can just outplay the Carbon through some well-skilled plays, why switch it up, right? Keep that brawl going, and you should be rewarded with a win. But Aries look like a little bit panicked, I mean, maybe, you know, make that swap. They tried a lot of different comps there, and none of them really worked out for them. Like, going on to Coliseo, they need to have a strong game plan. I want to see them come out with something that they feel super comfortable on, they know what they're playing, and that they exactly have a plan.
Yeah, absolutely. Here, I mean, honestly, going to a push map, you know, it's really between Coliseo and Esperanza. You're not really going to see a lot of new Queen Street. I feel like that's honestly the most hated push map here. But I think this kind of plays into what Aries wants to do. They showed us a brawl throughout the night. I feel like brawl plays really well on a lot of parts of Coliseo, more than what a dive comp does.
Yeah, if now is the time to bring out the Junker Queen, I want to see it. I think you can play Junker Queen Sojourn, really just take that bot and run it down. It's a really strong composition you can use here on Coliseo, especially with the Lucio speed, just able to pick your targets very fast and just delete them off the map.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we keep on talking about wanting to see the Junker Queen come out from Colorado Carbon and Nuki. And that's not because we think that they've been playing bad on the Orisa. Honestly, no. I feel like they have been playing great. They've been excelling on the Orisa. But like you said, I feel like the Junker Queen, especially with the Shadow ability, is a little bit of a better pick here in some scenarios. However, the Orisa, the new buffs that she got, especially with the support line that the Colorado Carbon have been playing, have been able just to somehow keep Orisa alive. And we saw it. There were points where Nuki probably should have died on Rialto. They were able just to keep themselves alive.
Yeah, Nuki is able to put on a clinic for the Orisa here. I think the main thing that they're struggling with is they have all this space that Nuki's creating, but they need another person to capitalize on that. They need McFly to come in with a nice railgun headshot, get a pick. They need Kegfoot to pump out damage into Crows on the other side. They need a little bit more happening off of Nuki's plays here.
And you see Aries coming back out with that comp that has worked really well for them throughout the night. Colorado Carbon sticking with that comp that worked really well for them on the attacking part of Rialto.
Yeah, it looks like they're both just going to make a beeline for the bot here, looking to set up their main tanks just nice in the front, establish some dominance. And Ares running that Bastion, I think Colorado Carbon might have to back out a little bit, respect this, look for more of a pick off of their Sojourn Junkrat. But no, Crows is able to take out Kegfoot with a Fire Strike.
Yeah, that's not who you want to see falling early, because that's probably your main shield melter there, right there. As you do see Crows get slept, but immediately woken up. However, bot is open, but looks like Ares wants to focus on winning a team fight here before they start getting pushed. Bethcon, McFly fall there for Colorado Carbon as Ares starts their push.
Yeah, both TPS for Ares, putting in their work, making sure the Colorado Carbon can get nowhere near the bot. They're looking to round this corner and maybe make it through this choke point before Colorado Carbon are able to recontest. I like how they're all grouped up on the side here, just making sure that Colorado Carbon can't get a single pick here.
And also being on that side right there makes it very difficult for Kegfoot to kind of lob those grenades in there. That's probably the person you're looking for to maybe do a lot of damage to that backline, get them over the shield, try to land them on there. Crows though does get antied, however it will be Mommy finding the kill there onto Kegfoot. And now Nuki kind of is trying to stall this the bot out as long as they can here. Big Meme very close to a Kasuni rush here. That would be huge to get that here early.
Yeah, that was a nasty mine. Crows and Mommy are low HP, but I think this is going to go in the favor of Ares in the end. Bastion's just able to put out so much damage, melts down Big Meme, and looks like Nuki is going to be at the next receiving point of that. But a nice Rogun shot is able to pick him up. McFly gets an elimination. Kegfoot falls awfully low, and he's taken out by Dunkanator.
Crows will find Bethcon as well. Kegfoot actually kind of helping out Mommy there for a little bit, just bopping them up in the air. The Terror Surge coming out here from Nuki. It won't matter that ice wall's there. It finds two. And look at that, the bot not at the full response. If you're down, you're May, you're down, you're Reinhardt. That's essentially, you're going to have to fall back right now, regroup. But when you look at Ares right now, falling back and regrouping is probably the best thing you can do. Colorado Carbon had to invest only one ultimate in that team fight, so it's going to be pretty even coming back out into this next one.
Yeah, we're looking at down a Blizzard, down a Terra Surge. Everybody else going to have their ults online for this next fight. I think whoever can really come out with an ult quickly, get a few picks, are able to secure this one. I think maybe we see Bastion ult, we see a Shadow. There's the Bastion ult coming out as I say it. Looking to find a pick onto Bethcon. Able to survive.
Oh, here comes the tire from Kegfoot, maybe coming to help out their tank there. They're trying to find anyone, but Mommy will shut down. The Shatter, though, comes out, immediately finds Big Meme. Kegfoot, though, nanoed here. I don't think that was the right target. If it was, they're trying to get whatever they can out of it, but it's Mommy and Crows picking up person after person here, and Crows will end it by just shoving Bethcon into a wall.
Yeah, I think Ares, you gotta say, it's a tale of a Ryan Bastion duo right now. Just running it down. You can't stop these guys.
Colorado Carbon coming back in this next engagement with that Kasuni Rush ready to go and the overclock. McFly has been pretty good with these overclocks in the past. They're trying to find anything they can here. The Immortality Field immediately gone. Big Meme, though, able to find Mommy. That's a huge pickup for them because we've talked about it. Mommy is definitely the damage dealer. Bethcon can be able to find Alucard after they get the nice boop kill there on the McFly. Here comes the Kasuni Rush right now as Colorado Carbon is looking to end this one here. Kegfoot with some help there from Big Meme, gonna be able to shut down Dunkanator, and now Nuki just trying to force back this tank of Crows.
Yeah, looks like they might be able to get this pick off onto OPT Rex. He has to use the Immortality Field to save his life. Falls still so low, he's on 1 HP! It looks like Ares might be able to no! Nuki's able to pick up this one. I want to see them run this forwards. They have the Terra Surge. Look to send it home. Get real aggressive here.
They got rid of Mommy there as well. That would provide them a lot of more space because, like we said, Mommy is definitely the damage dealer for this Ares squad. And now Colorado Carbon, like you said, have that Terror Surge ready to go. Very close to a Coalescence and a Rip Tire. While the Rip Tire didn't get anything last time it was used from Kegfoot, they have been able to find one kill with it in the past. Here comes the Blizzard, though, from Dunkanator. It's on the bot. Won't be able to find anyone with it, but it does force Bethcon to go into an awkward position. However, it's McFly. Find the first kill there, followed up by 2 kills from Ares, getting rid of Nuki and Bethcon. And now if you're Colorado Carbon, get out with your lives.
Oh my god, what a flick shot from Dunkanator onto McFly. Sends him right back to the spawn room. I think Ares looking to cement this one. They're coming up on a Shadow, they're coming up on a window. They're going to have beat in their back pocket to prevent a Terra Surge here. Maybe a Rip Tire. Mommy's looking at an early pick. Here comes the Bastion ult, looking at perhaps getting Big Meme.
Gotta be
Yep.
able to. They went after Bethcon last time, they went after Big Meme this time, got Big Meme, a huge pick off early, and they find Bethcon as well. Here comes the Terror Surge. It's been deadly in the past, will be deadly this time as Mommy raining down a hellfire of bullets right now down this main road. We'll be able to find Nuki, and now it's just Big Meme and McFly. McFly might be able to get away here, but Big Meme will not be able to, as Ares able to get this first forward spawn.
Yeah, it looks like Nuki's gonna make a swap onto the Ram here. Moving off of the Orisa, that's like a sign that something is wrong for the Colorado Carbon. I think, you know, I don't know. I feel like Colorado Carbon should do a little bit better job about picking their engages. If you're down to support, if Bastion all picked you off, don't go in.
Huge shatter coming out, finds two. Mommy immediately picks up 2 kills right there. Crows looking for more, has the beat to kind of keep him alive there. Doesn't matter that Cakefoot is right there. They're going to be able to find Big Meme as well. And now McFly will not be able to escape that fire strike here. Colorado Carbon needs to come back out and have a great team fight here if they want to keep this map alive.
Bros, use the Rhine pin to break the tire? I think he might have. An excellent charge there from Crows. Looks like Mommy's just gonna spray down this shield, make sure that Nuki has nothing protecting him from this Bastion May duo.
Overclock coming out here from McFly. Look for wherever they can. You do see OPT Rex jump onto the high ground and immediately decide to rethink that decision and get away from them. Here comes the artillery strike as OPT Rex finds Nuki. They're just looking for whoever they can. Here they won't be able to find anyone in the end, but they do a lot of damage. The Blizzard, though, coming out from Duncan here. They want to end this map here. Now a huge Suzu comes out, but it doesn't matter as 3 members of the Colorado Carbon fall, make it 4. Bethcon falls, and now will there be any last touch? No, Nuki will not get there in time, and Ares will end up taking this series 3-1.
Yeah, I think block Rialto out of your mind. Ares, well done. You really took it to him, showed him who's boss. They came to play. I expect to see these guys throughout the rest of the season putting up performances like this.
Yeah, and hell, this was a very great map for both teams. Colorado Carbon at points looked strong, but it was just Ares having some ultimates. That Blizzard was very big for them before Colorado Carbon was able to get those forward spawns. Because you have to remember, we saw McFly get a railgun shot kill there onto one of the supports. That Blizzard basically saved that fight for them, allowed them to win it, take control of the bot, and hell, they never looked back from that.
Yeah, I think Ares just so decisive in their fight wins. Like, you can see it. They get a pick and everybody falls like right away. It's just like a domino chain, really. Whereas Colorado Carbon, they might have like a long lasting fight looking for a cleanup, really. You can see like Nuki hangs around for a long time, even though the rest of his team is already back to spawn. I think that maybe if you're Colorado Carbon, do you reset more often and try to take more engages rather than just to stall out on the bot? I don't know exactly what your decision is there, right?
I think on push maps, especially with how far they pushed ahead, you just get out of it. You try to just fall. You try to respawn with your group. Maybe on control maps, like on Antarctic Peninsula, you have the point, hold on to it for as long as you can. Push, it's kind of the opposite. Once you lose the fight, get out of it. Try to regroup with the team as fast as you can there. But again, Nuki, we saw him do a lot of good stuff throughout the night. We saw him get out of a lot of situations that they probably shouldn't have had on that Orisa, and I'm not, necessarily surprised that they thought, we could get out of these situations again.
Yeah, you said previously that Nuki moved from a DPS role to the tank, and he's really proved that he belongs here. Like, he came to play. I think the Colorado Carbon, they've got a few things to work on, but they could be a very good team.
And like they said, like Bethcon said coming into this one here, they're still improving a lot as a team. They want to try to get rid of that moniker of this is just a for fun team. They want to be taken a little bit more seriously. And hell, after this match here tonight, I think they deserve a lot of more respect from some other teams, and they deserve to be taken more seriously.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to have to put both of these teams on their map. Ares, dominant performance. You didn't even see their full potential even. If they claim that their Sombra Winston is the best Sombra Winston they've got, probably in Harmony. If you asked one of them, I bet they'd probably tell you. But if they don't even have to bring that out and they can take a nice 3-1 victory, like, what do you expect to see them like later in the season, right? You know, even going into playoffs, they're going to be a beast to tackle.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially with this being week 1, there's going to be a lot of stuff that changes throughout the season. You have to remember, Illari is not out yet. When they get introduced here into Trank, don't know when that's going to be yet. You have to expect we're going to see a lot of stuff change. We're going to start to see, you know, probably what we're seeing rumored at the higher ranks, higher leagues of Overwatch contenders, Owl. You know, we're rumoring that they're playing that original comp that we were seeing Colorado Carbon play throughout the night here. So we could see a lot of stuff change, but week 1, I felt like this was a good week for both these teams here. Knocked off the rust. Aries does come out on top, but I feel like the Colorado Carbon has a lot of stuff they can go back and watch, and they have a lot of stuff to kind of be proud of tonight.
Yeah, I think if you're the Carbon, don't beat yourself over this. Don't beat yourself up over this. This was a great showing. You got a few things to work on, but it's week 1. You got a lot that you came out here. You have the skills. You just need to put the pieces together and start like fine tuning your team per se. Aries, take the win. You know, go celebrate. Ride this win. You know, go next week. Feel hype. You know, bring the energy like you got tonight. Right. That's what I would say if I could speak to these teams right now.
And Aries, I mean, yeah, they won, but they talked about it. They told us they thought that their best comp was that Winston Sombra dive comp. It got shut down tonight by Colorado Carbon. So they can go back and workshop some stuff here because their brawl comps seem to be the more impressive thing here tonight. But, you know, Aries coming out on top here, 1-0 on the season. A great start for them. Colorado Carbon 0-1 on the season. Still a good start for them, but probably not the result they were looking for. That will pretty much wrap it up for us here tonight. But hey, the action continues this week. Tomorrow, there'll be 2 Transcendence tier matchups. On the A stream, on this one, you will see Amnesia versus MI7. Those are 2 really good teams in that Transcendence tier. The B stream, you'll be seeing La Espada and Insidious, another couple good teams there as well. So another action-packed day of Tranquility action tomorrow. Henry, before we go, any final words?
Yeah, if you're looking for some more Overwatch action and more Tranquility, head over to our B stream now. If it's not still running, you can always rewatch that that match over there. It's an excellent one, Execlipse versus Abyss. Both 2 very strong teams, very similar in the power rankings from preseason. I'd recommend go check it out. Go see what's going on. You know, we got a lot of great players, great teams here. It's going to be a really fun season of Tranquility. I have that in mind.
All right, that will do it for us here tonight. Quick shout out to everyone behind the scenes, Hippy and Little Joe for being our observers tonight, and MayLu for being our producer. But that will do it for us here tonight. Aries on top of Colorado Carbon, 3-1. I have been Dexatron. That has been Henry. As always, y'all, hope you have a good night and see you next time.